Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm talking about the plot function in R. The plot function creates plots in an XY coordinate plane. The required arguments are X and Y, where X is obviously plotted on the X axis and Y on the Y axis. In some cases you can only supply X, and the X will be plotted on the Y axis, and the new X will be the index of the variable you gave to it, and I'll show you what that looks like. Some notable optional arguments is type, so you can change whether you want points or lines or both, or an empty plot, where you will add the points in a separate function call. You have main, where you can add a title to the top of the plot, X lab and Y lab, that allows you to label the X and Y axis respectively. The call argument that lets you add color to the point or the line. PC8 allowing you to plot with symbols instead of the standard circle, like a star or a triangle. You can change the line type, the limits of the X and Y axis. For example, if you want them to start at 0, you can specify that directly. And there's other additional parameters you can look up. Okay, so I'm going to start with a very basic example, only plotting X. And this is not going to look good, and that's the entire point of this. So X actually turned into the Y-axis, and the X-axis is the index of that variable. So at index 1 we have 2.3, and you see it right up here. Okay? So in most cases that does not make sense unless you're working with time series data, where the index is taken to be time. I'll go ahead and make an example of that very quickly. It would help if I didn't forget to make a for loop. Got ahead of myself. Okay, so X equals dx I plus R norm 1, 1, 5. Okay, now we have time series data, and that's going to make sense. Okay. Here, the only supplying X makes some sense, because the index is taken to be time, so we have a continuous plot, and that's fine. But that's rarely what you want unless you're working with that specific type of data. So I'm going to go ahead and make what we actually wanted use. I'm just making an X drawn from a standard normal, and a Y related to that X. Let's make it exciting, actually. Let's make a quadratic relationship. And I'm not sure what this is going to look like, but we're going to do it. Okay, so plot X, comma, Y. Love that. Parabola. Okay. And now let's start adding some features on this plot, because that's what we're concerned about. So main, I want a nice title. Parabolic. We love that. A very meaningful title. So xlab, changing the label on the x-axis. Goodness, I don't know what it could be. It better not be x. Is that buried? Nope. But that's totally fine. I assume your data will have more meaning. Okay. I'll go ahead and plot that. So we have the axis titled. And now we're gonna, I want the dot to have some color. So green. And let's say I don't want dots at all. I want a line. So type equal L. And that's also very often not what you want. It would make more sense in the time series example. I could probably just do that real quick. If I don't need to recreate it, I have it saved. So plot x type equals L. I do need to read that. Then, okay. I'm going to redo this again. And quit being a goofball. Okay. Now plot x type equal L. Okay, much better. That would be the case where that would be useful, where the nice lines showing in the plot. Okay, now let's go back to our previous example. Okay, our previous example is not that draft. There's a place for it, but this is not the place for it. Okay, perfect. I'm going to regenerate Y also. That's why it's looking like that, because I made a new X and did not make it a function of Y. Now we should be totally fine, okay? New parabola. Okay, so did I set all the points? I think I did. Oh, perhaps you want to change that X standardized. So X lim. We're going to only take the positive part. So you see the bottom limit, comma, the top limit. So we want it to go from 0 to 3. Okay. And let's open what you're doing that does not cut off half your data. But now it starts at 0, goes to 3, as many people expect plots to do. So let's say your data actually starts at 0.12. You can make the data on the x-axis start at 0, so it's nice and clear that you're starting at 0 and you're not making misleading figures. Okay? As always, I have another example on my website. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.